What's up, baby? How you guys doing? Hey, John Sanders here with Limitless Soups. We are in Colorado today. We're going to be spreading out sooner and sooner and sooner and late and longer and longer and longer until we get bigger and bigger and bigger because people aren't doing it right. I just don't think that they are, and I've seen it. And I've recently thought about this. They might be doing it right. They might actually be doing it right by themselves because there are so many things to overcome, and I think that it's kind of unfair for me to just say people are doing it wrong. I think that's a stupid thing to just say because some people aren't into basketball for the reason that I'm into basketball. What's up, Kieran and Declan Louth? All right, some people want to play basketball because it's a really fun game, which it absolutely is. All right, Shimmy's here. Whoa, what's up? So basketball should be allowed to be a really fun game. So I looked at it from a different perspective, or from a few different perspectives, and why would a coach want to do things the way that he wants to do it? And he would want to have an effect in kids' lives. Can you do that without trying to make the kids go to the NBA? Yeah. Okay, and what about the kids? They want to have fun. I mentioned that before. And what's the most fun? Playing games. What's the worst fun? Working out. I mean, so why would they want to get better and better and better when the game is just already fun? And then for the parents, they just want their kids to have somewhere to go, like a daycare, so they have their share as well, or to bond with their kids. So this program of mine that I'm trying to build is not for everyone. But at the end of the day, the way that I see it is if you look far enough ahead, would you really want to go from, what's up? Who is that? Oh, we got Brittany Sandoval, so that means that is Romello Ashley. Yes. What's going on, homies? All right. But yes, that means that we have to, where was I? If you are working out a lot and you like that, then you're a weirdo. But if I want to force everyone to do it, that's never really going to just work. Or force everyone to go the right way. It's never really just going to work. But what you can do is just offer to people because if you go as hard as you can from first grade to eighth grade and then you get cut your ninth grade year, I think a lot of ninth graders would say that the first through eighth grade year was a waste of their time. And they would say, I wish that I had just not had fun during those years and just worked out my hardest and did the right things to do so I wouldn't be so sad right now. So if you're looking ahead, I think that the way that we go about it is maybe the best way. So I don't know, it's just my opinion. I do believe that looking ahead in life and seeing what your future self might want is the best route to just everything that you do in life. Don't look too far ahead. Don't worry about your 80-year-old self, but worry about your 13-year-old self. What is that guy or girl gonna say? Anyways, that's all I had for that. Wait, the music just shut off. No, we can't have that. There you go. All right, but we also had a few other things happen this weekend. All right, and one of which was our varsity game. Okay, for the varsity game. Realize this, I just told you that my particular style isn't for everybody. Everyone doesn't do my particular style, right? So what is my style? To make sure that you go to D1. And if you're like, but John, I don't really care about D1, or you're pushing this too hard. You know what style that you like? Is the style that was coached this weekend for our varsity game by Nikki Weddle. All right. She coaches like every coach would for high school or high level, even college, or even like a pro. She's like a pro coach, basically. She's very, very good coach. And you guys say that you want that. But we had that this weekend and everyone was like, oh my Lord, oh my Lord. So basically, when you came to that game, she is absolutely trying to prepare her team for this upcoming weekend. They've been working for the last month and on practices on Tuesdays to try to prepare. So we had a few of our players not come to our Tuesday practice, but they went up there to MLK. And those players were Jarrett from Rev Up. He went to a couple or three of them. Connor only went to one. And then we had Caleb and Mason, seventh and eighth grader playing with the varsity. And they showed up to practice for her just once a week, like 4 different times. And then the game came, and I told everyone of ours that were signed up for that game, it's not my normal thing. It is Nikki's thing. Okay, if we were to have a varsity team, we would have one player. Okay, so we just have an 8th grade team. So to have a varsity team, we need some of her players, and then I said some of our players can just tag along. So I said, hey, you may not get playing time. And that was when Sam was like, okay, then I'll just leave. I just played. Don't worry about it. We had one player, I won't say his name, but his dad got really mad, pulled him from the game because he wasn't getting playing time. Then Noah was super mad. Like, even though he just had a great game right before that. And then but then we convinced him to at least sit on the bench. He never said anything to the coach and sat on the bench, and he's not getting playing time. But then he saw Caleb go in the game, and he saw Mason go in the game for an extended amount of time. Now, why would she do that? You guys know that. Do you guys know that that Taz is better than those two players? But does he know their plays? No. Is it time to teach the plays right then? No. Is it time to just give some random kid a chance who she doesn't even know? No. She's trying to prepare for this weekend. Now imagine it flipped. Imagine it flipped. If you guys were those players who were really, really trying to win in Houston this weekend, thinking now, not like I do where you're thinking 3 years ahead from now. Thinking right now, we have to win this weekend, especially when this weekend you might get recruited. Those guys want to get recruited. What should they do for this one warm-up game? Should they go with the players who know all the plays and have been practicing? Or should they go, hey guys, I know that you know all the plays. We've been working on it, but these other guys are here. They want some playing time. I know you don't even know their names. Let's just throw them in the game and just ruin our entire last couple of months. No one's going to do that except for me. And that's why people do not like me as a coach. So you guys got a taste of that and understand that you guys will only see those kind of coaches. All right? Because that makes sense to people. It's like, let's take care of right now. And I will eventually take care of both those things now. But the only way to take care of both those things, the right now and the later, will be to have people that come all the time. That's the only way. And I know that's a lot of pressure for a ton of kids, but that's the only way that you can actually have a program that gets better and also tries to win right now. The only way is to show up all the time. So, anyways, after the game, there was a legendary story because I made Taz talk to Nikki, the coach Nikki, who is a 45-year-old woman. She's about the same size as Noah, but she's a legendary basketball player. Legend. And he kind of disrespected her in a small way by saying, like, she was trying to say that how good she was before. And he's like, I don't really watch women's basketball. So this coach who's older than I am even, and she didn't tie her shoes, and she had like her glasses on, and she said, check it up, and played Noah 1-on-1 to 5. We have video. I will not show you that video. I will not. Because Coach Nikki won. That's all I'm going to say. You guys can talk to Noah about it. We do have video, but we're not going to show anybody. So you guys can talk to him about it. Yes, I love putting players in their places, and I used to do it all the time. Now, less so. But I used to be like dunking on kids just to show them that I'm better than you. I've never seen a female coach do that to a male before. It was pretty cool to watch. Anyways, that's all I had to say. Let's talk about the quote of the day. The quote of the day today is watch film. All right, talking about filming stuff. You should watch film and then go over it and then learn from it, especially the mistakes, but also the good things, I suppose. All right, and then learn from it. Look at the details of it. Try to coach yourself to getting better. All right, the quote of the day today is watch film. All right, easy quote of the day. Don't forget it, but also do it too. Okay. Let's see the news story of the day. The news story of the day is all the teams that made the NBA playoffs. They've extended it in recent years. It used to just be 8 teams per conference. Now it's like more teams because there's more viewers. That's kind of smart. But the Lakers and the Pelicans play. If the winner will go to play against the Nuggets, because the Nuggets finish in the 2nd seed. Immediately they'll play the Nuggets, the winner of that game. The loser plays against the winner of the 9th and 10th place game, which is the Warriors and the Kings. So basically, 7th and 8th place, if they win, they play against the champs. That's tough. On the opposite side, We got the 9th and 10th place game is between the Bulls and the Hawks, and then right behind my head is the Heat. That's that's Trenton's team, and playing against the Sixers for the play-in, and that's how they all stack up. Do you guys have a team in these NBA playoffs? Do you guys care who wins? Who do you guys think is gonna win? I mean, a few of these teams were like tied until like the very last day. I mean, you gotta watch this stuff if you want to be considered a player that might one day make the NBA. You gotta start watching where you want to be. You gotta start learning from these guys and get inspired by these guys constantly. I just heard a great quote today though that said that habits are better than inspiration, and I like that a lot because yeah, you can be inspired, but then you're gonna be uninspired. Inspired, uninspired. If you have a habit, those habits stay forever. So yeah, habits are better than inspiration, but you guys who need some inspiration, this is where you get it from. Want to be these guys, want to be the best of the best of the best of the best. But yes, those two top seeds, OKC and Boston, I'm not sure if they're gonna make it to the finals. I can see Boston making it, but not OKC. I just can't see it. I don't know. Anyways, moving on to our itinerary today. The itinerary today, you should be doing the homework. I'm going to check the homework in a second. All right, but we have the favorite underdog game coming up here soon. So on Wednesday, we have the favorite underdog one-on-one. So do that at home for like 5 minutes apiece. All right. Then last second shots, weave rebounds, athletic spin to reverse, pick and roll, retreat the meet, and then ball drop. Like you should be doing that stuff for homework. As for today, we got +7, -7. Great game to play. Blindfold dribbling, where you guys can just close your eyes. I used to put on blindfolds, but they all got too sweaty. Then we have the rhythm drill, which is a very fun drill. Scissor ladders to shots, player repeats the shots, and then interior cuts and passes. To see what those look like, so you guys can be ahead of the game, it looks like this. That's about it. It goes up to 7 or down to -7. You get down to -7, you do some push-ups. If you get up to +7, then you make your game harder. All right. For the next one, we got the rhythm drill. Hit in front, side, hit again. That's it. 1, 2, 3, switch. Also, the opposite way, you go a whole lot faster. Scissor ladders to shots. Make sure that you're low and that you push out. That's what you should be going right now. Next one. Flare repeat the shot. Make sure they step underneath the basket instead of stepping and go back to the corner. As well, so you guys can throw the pass. Your outside shoulder. Last one. Interior cuts and passes. What's up, Wes? the drills, so let's make sure that we're doing that. All right, right before we get to checking our homework, let's check in on an old school reaction video from Shaquille O'Neal. This game,
Shaq slams.
Shaq
Devastating, dominating
So
force.
big.
Shaq attack.
53 points. The real deal. I can't believe it.
All right, and he was so big. Jeez, he was so big in college that the only way to stop him was to like tackle him. Well, this one game, as he's being unstoppable, this one guy decides to do just that, and he pays for it. All right, so this is just Shaq. Offensive foul right there. Okay, they're doing a little something against him. All right, but basically he dominates this game. All right, this is Shaq throughout the game, just rebounding. He's just bigger than everyone else. He's just killing everyone. All right, and then one play, some guys tries to stop him from dunking. Let's see if we can get to it. It's about right here, I believe. All right, it's the next play coming up right here. I think right after this one. All right, that's Shaq dunking, but this next play, I believe, this is where the spike in the views were. Here it goes. He catches the ball, and this guy just holds him back. So, then Shaq swings at his head. All right, so if you saw that, Shaq swung at his head. All right, and was Shaq in the right? The guy pulled at his waist. He might have hurt him. I don't know, but he's just really frustrating because he's so big. But let's watch this play.
Rims out. At the end of the season, LSU had won 4 in a row, lost that heartbreaking game to Arkansas. Look out. Groves and O'Neal square off, and Dale Brown is pushing Groves. Dale Brown took a shot at Groves, and now...
All right, so that's the part that I like a lot. This is why I'm reacting to this video. Watch the coach of LSU. So Shaquille O'Neal's coach comes out on the floor. They already got Shaq back. They got the other guy back. The coach of Shaq goes after the guy. So Shaq is being protected by his old coach, and the guy goes after this college player who could probably demolish him. But yes, watch the coach.
Won 4 in a row, lost that heartbreaking game to Arkansas. Look out.
Here we go.
Groves and O'Neal
Get out,
square
my
off,
player.
and Dale Brown is
Get
pushing
off him. Let's go.
Dale
Let's
Brown
go.
took a shot at Groves, and now Andre Patillo, the referee, Wade Houston is being grabbed as he went after Dale Brown, and the fights are all around. Williamson and Houston are squared off. Benches have cleared. They're right in front of the scorer's table.
So yeah, while you want to stop Shaq, you probably don't want to just tackle him because he could come after you, but you want to keep it a game. And if you guys are looking for me to get kicked out of a game for you, if you try to tackle Shaq, I'll help you out. But if you are Shaq, there's no way I'm coming to your defense. Be tougher, guys. Man. But yeah, this is a crazy brawl. I just wanted you to know that one day, Shaq almost started I think it was Shaq's fault, basically. Almost started an entire brawl in college because, hey, he kept getting picked on. I know he's big, but it still hurts. Anyways, moving on. Let's check our homework. Who's been doing the homework? You are what you do, not what you say you'll do. Positive 7, negative 7. Nice job, Wes. Nice job, Trenton. See you. Kieran and Declan left with the triple cross repeat. That's the homework for the month. Basically, KD's doing it right there in the GIF. Nice job, everybody. Positive 7, negative 7. I saw that. All right, fast break layers from before. Oh, okay, 20 hours ago. Nice job. Hey, keep posting the homework. Make sure you guys are on this list. If you aren't working out, you aren't doing it. All right. I mean, someone came to the game. That kid that I was talking about, that I won't say his name, but showed up at the game after not seeing him for 2 months. And he's like, well, because there weren't other kids my age there. And I'm like, but you were the same as our lower age kids. And we can't just put you in the game because this new coach is coaching. All right? If he had been posting homework, he would have gotten better. The point of this program is to get better, not to make you feel good because you have people that look like you in the program. If you want to do that, just join a RIC program with people who look exactly like you, and then you'll never be good, but at least, whatever, you'll feel good about yourself. So, yes, know the point of our program is that, and I try to tell people that. We try to get better. Everyone thinks that that's just a normal thing, and then they're like, no, you really want to get better. So do this stuff. If you're not doing this stuff, don't judge our program. If you're not showing up all the time, if you're not doing the homework, you're not going to get better. It's this stuff right here. It's anyone posting this stuff, this stuff. It's anyone posting this stuff who will get better. Everyone else will not. You might get marginally better, but not really. Anyone posting this stuff and showing up to practice and doing the games. Don't be skipping the games either. Will get better. Everyone else will not. I'm not. This isn't like magic. This is the way that it is. So keep doing it. I don't care if you're on like some better team. I don't care if you are like doing weightlifting in your own time and you're like, I don't have time for this. I don't care like what you think that you're doing. If you don't do this stuff, I can't guarantee jack squat. If you want to get better, the guaranteed way, do this stuff. All right, that's my rant. Rant over. All right, let's check the story of the day. You know what? No. Before the story of the day, let's do the trivia question today. Trivia question today is the same as last week. I don't believe anyone got it yet. I hope I'm not wrong. But yeah, this Parade All-American led the Juneau Douglas Crimson Bears to back-to-back state titles, and it was not Trajan Langdon. Trajan Langdon was the guest last week. Who was it? I'm pretty sure it wasn't answered last week. If it wasn't answered last week, answer it again. You guys didn't know it last week, as far as I remember. Pretty sure no one knew this. This Parade All-American led the Juneau. That is it. Did you answer it last week or did you look it up afterwards? It is Carlos Boozer. I've played against Carlos Boozer. Yes, he's from Alaska. He's from Alaska, and he was Parade All-American, which means like he was one of the best players in the whole freaking country. And he's from Alaska, and he led his team called the Crimson Bears to the back-to-back state titles in high school. All right, so I just wanted to bring up the history because you should know your history, which is actually how Taz got in trouble. He didn't know his women's basketball history, and Nikki was trying to school him. So then she had to school him. Yeah, it is what it is. But yes, nice job to Kiernan Louth. You got an extra point. That means that you're at 6 for the month. Best trivia guy in the history of the planet right there. All right, and if we're to move on, let's watch our story of the day. Focus on the things that matter. And sometimes that may even mean purposely losing sight of the end goal, especially if the end goal is to win a game or to garner money. For an athlete cannot run with money in his pockets. He must run with hope in his heart and dreams in his head. An athlete cannot run with money in his pockets. What does that mean? It means that if you're focusing on like just getting more money, you're not gonna get very far because it's gonna weigh you down. You have to go with the dreams in your heart and the hopes. The hope in your heart and the dreams in your head. You must run with those things in mind. You must never forget why you started out on this route. You must never get caught up in like, oh my God, I'm the 9th grade MVP. Whoa, stop it. Was that the goal? Was that the goal to become the best player on your team in 9th grade? Was that really the goal? And it was to get this little accolade, and you're like, I got a medal. No, that wasn't the goal, right? Start thinking about the goal in terms of like following the dreams in your head and the hope in your heart. Don't worry about all the bling and stuff like that. You can't focus on like just the clout from the situation. Like everyone going, wow, he's the best 2nd grader in the whole country. Yeah, and you're like, yeah, I made it. No, you didn't make it. All right. So think ahead. Think ahead to the things that you actually want, and don't get sidetracked by all these little cookie crumbs everywhere. Going, hey, you should worry about this. You should worry about this. All right. And you know what? That leads us to our next thing, because when people do that, this is what ends up happening, especially for the NBA players. They end up
life and the NBA players. What's the average?
4 years.
4 years. Wow.
4 years. 4 years is the average lifespan of an NBA career.
4 years, the average lifespan of the NBA career, and he says that they don't have financial literacy to be able to handle all those millions of dollars, because he says that $5 million, once you start paying your agent, your other fees, these things, your house, your that, you go down to 1.2 million really fast, and then all of a sudden you go out and buy a couple of things and you're no longer a millionaire. And then when you finally retire, no matter how much money you have in the bank, you end up like not even knowing yourself, because now the money's not coming in so fast and you didn't listen to your financial planner and stuff like that, right?
And it take us 5 years after.
So basically these people, and he's talking about it in this interview right here. This is Lou Williams. If you want to watch the interview, it's called Real Truth on NBA Players' Lifestyle, Finances, and losing wives and girlfriends with Lou Williams because their wives don't even like know them when they come home because they only saw them like twice a week. And it's just a weird life, right? If you want to be successful, whether you're an NBA player or like, you know, a kid or whatever, again, like I said before, you have to think ahead. Think ahead. You can't think in the now. And he did kind of concede at one point. He goes, well, you want to have some fun because this won't only happen like one time in your whole life. And you just want to have some fun. You want to do a few like sleepovers and stuff like that, but it can't be a sleepover every night or even before a big game. All right? You have to think ahead. Think ahead. And you do sacrifice a little bit of fun now for a lot of bit of gain later. So don't get so caught up in just like, life is about momentary happiness. No, and I've said it before. Like it's either you're gonna make yourself happy now, right, or you're gonna make yourself happy later. You have to choose one. All right, for the extended happiness, for the enormous happiness. So watch this interview if you want to learn about that. It's a very, very interesting thing. All right. Let's go to the last thing that we're gonna talk about, which is a debate. All right, it's a debate between. It's for the Lakers, actually, I think. And this is the Nuggets. The Nuggets are Ivan Drago right here, and they are waiting for the Lakers. They're like, come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Because we just talked about we just talked about the playoff situation, right? Right? So if the Lakers right here win this game, the 8th, 7th seed game, they play against the Nuggets. So the question is, should they just lose? Lose on purpose? But okay. But if you lose on purpose, doesn't that kind of like mess up like the whole like sportsmanship of everything? And doesn't that mean that you're a chicken in the first place? All right. And I don't think that you should just lose on purpose. All right. With that said, someone else brought up something. They said, well, okay, let's say that the Lakers could beat the Nuggets, which I don't think that they can. All right. Let's say that they could beat the Nuggets. Wouldn't they want to play the Nuggets like fast? Because they have old man LeBron. And if they play them like later on, like, you know, a few weeks from now, after really getting tired in all the playoffs, wouldn't he be like exhausted by then? He wouldn't be his top-notch self. And the Nuggets are still young, so they're probably going to be more of the same team. So maybe you want to play them right away. I don't think it's smart to chance it, especially if you lose this game, you got to win another game just to make it in. That's silly. I don't think that the Lakers are going to lose on purpose. I don't think that they should lose on purpose. But whoever wins that game is probably going to get smacked by the Nuggets. I mean, it's a hard thing. But can they beat OKC? But they'll have to beat the Kings first. I think the Kings are going to win that one. I don't know. It's a tough call. What do you guys think? There are two ways to see it. But overall, because that one guy, he from the Toronto Raptors, right? Michael Porter Jr.'s like brother. He got in trouble for betting against himself, for basically losing on purpose. Does this fall into that category? Whenever you deal with sports and money, you're gonna have to deal with people cheating. All right? And I have like a lot of parents say, "Oh, this player was cheating. Oh, our score should be this score. Oh," and all I'm thinking of is the NBA. All I'm thinking of is getting the kids to D1. And all I'm thinking of is what they're talking about doesn't matter. And I don't think about the now so much. I only think about your hopes and dreams. And are your hopes and dreams to have a fair game and a jam game for 7th grade? Is that what your like main goal in life is? Okay, well, so it's not obviously, right? But where is it? Where is that in terms of like cheating? I suppose where is it in your main goals of life? I would say, dude, like. Is it in your top 10, top 20 for this one game to not be cheated upon? I would say if you wanted to make it to top levels, you need to go through some cheating. I hope the cheating happens against you to see how you react and to see if you can prepare for it in a deeper realm. So yeah, like stop arguing about every little bitty thing because you shouldn't. All right, so that's a tricky way to see it, but for this, I think that the Lakers should just play it out. Just everyone should try to play to win all the time. But if someone is trying to cheat through this route or whatever, and like let's say that the OKC are like, wait, we have to play against the Lakers. That kind of sucks. Beat them. Just shut up and beat them. People will cheat against you. All right, it happens. The referees might be against you. The coaches might only play you a minute in a game or even 0. They're all against you if that's how you have to see it, and you have to keep going through it. But anyways, don't forget the quote of the day. Quote of the day is, do I remember it? It's watch film. It has to be. Yeah, check it out. Was that right? I was right. All right, it's watch film, and I'll see you guys later on tonight. All right, make sure you guys come to workout to work your hardest. All right, so we can all get better together. All right, talk to y'all later, man. Peace.